Hey everybody. Hey, today we're going to take a look at a new RV trip planner called Adventure Genie. This utilizes AI to help you plan your trip. And so I thought that I would take a look at it and get your thoughts on it. So make some comments down in the comment section about how you like it or whether you like it or not. Give it a try and we'll see. You can this particular software, there is a 7-day trial period that you'll be able to take a look at it. Once that 7-day trial period is over with, it's going to be $49.99 a year. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. We're going to get on the computer and check it out.
Okay, so here we are at our Adventure Genie. So there's a couple different things that you want to do. First of all, you want to set up your profile. So let's do that first. Let's set up a profile. We're going to go down here to settings and go to the first thing you're going to do is set up your name, address, phone number, and all that stuff. Um, the next thing you're going to do is set up your RV, and then you're going to do your preferences. So that's what kind of utilities you have. We have a 50 amp, we want water hookup, we want sewer hookup, convenience services, do we want Wi-Fi? That's nice to have. Cable's nice to have. Pet friendly, we need to have. Laundry is nice to have. Actually, we don't really need it because we have our own washer and dryer. We don't care about cabins. We do want a bathhouse. Theirs are nice. Don't need tents and don't need sites. So campground services. We like ice. We want a camp store possibly, if possible. Propane sold. Yes. Firewood sold. Be nice. Okay, potable water. RV wash. Potable water is nice to have. Yeah. All right, so let's see. Recreation facilities, dog park, that's nice. Fire pits is nice. And then pool is nice. A hot tub is good. And beach access if it's on the beach. And then, of course, indoor recreation, we like a rec hall. That's pretty much it. And then back up to the top, we're looking at general hiking, mountain biking. We're not really into much of that. Sports or games, whether you like pickleball, miniature golf. I like miniature golf. Volleyball, basketball, that kind of thing. Okay, and then any water-based sports. Once you get done with that, go up and hit save. Okay, and then communication. I like them to communicate with me through email, um, and I'm okay with them. I'm receiving promotional emails, newsletters, and feature updates. Once we do that, let's create a trip, and I created a trip, but we're going to start from scratch. All right. So, a couple different ways you can do this. You can take a genie trip, and that is trending road trips. If you want to go to the Rocky Mountains, let's say you want to go to Bourbon Street and go to Kentucky's Whiskey Trail. You've got Yellowstone and Grand Teton and Glacier National Park. So there's a few different road trips. You can select one and set up your trip that way. Let's go the mighty parks, and route distance is 450 miles. So we're going to take the trip. We're going to start where we are. We're in Burleson, Texas. I'll hit the take this trip, and then it'll set up our trip that way. Okay, so you can see that based on our route settings, average distance between stops is 300 miles. So we can set that up. And it says vehicle type RV campers and motorhomes. And you can avoid highways, tolls, tunnels, ferries. Those are the few things that you can change. Now I'm going to change this to 350 miles because that's the distance that I like to go. I'll recalculate the route, and it didn't change it much. Okay. All right. So once we do that, then you can go in and we can select the campsites. Now, let's do this. Let's set up an actual trip. So where are we? Again, we're in Burleson, Texas, and we're going to head to Nashville. I'll tell you what, let's head to Yellowstone. Went to Yellowstone National Park. Okay, and we're going to say we want to go 350 miles. Average distance, and we're going to avoid ferries. Okay, go create the trip. All right, so there's our trip, and you can see the different stops that it's created for us. So what we want to do is we'll start here at Yellowstone and make sure that we can actually get in there. And you got Yellowstone Westgate KOA. You got the Yellowstone, and where I really want to stay is at the Yellowstone Park, at the campground. There it is right there, Yellowstone RV Park. So the Genie magic is Genie score and your Genie match are the Genie score and Genie match are basically the matches based on your profile. So 80 out of 100 for the things that you like to do. Your Genie match is 75% based on everything that you want. It has 46 sites. Max site is 55 feet by 26 feet. So for us, that would be great. And then it will go through and show you what amenities it has. It has Wi-Fi, laundry, tents, playground, bathhouse, dog park. It only has 30 amp, which because it's not very hot up there, you probably won't run much air conditioning. And even if you do, you'd only need to run one. You don't need to run two. And of course, you can reserve online. And here's the website. Stay at rvparkyellowstone.com and their phone number. Okay. And look at that. You got military veteran and Good Sam. So it's actually a pretty decent park. Okay, so once we have done that, we'll save that as a favorite, and we'll select that. Actually, what we're going to do is find it right there. That's not it. We're going to go back down here to where it was. I think we lost it. Well, we'll use this one instead. And then you can check your availability here because it's a spot 2 night. They have direct access to it. And again, this is a Good Sam Park, and it's got 89% Genie score and 82% match. So this will be off the park. And you'll drive into the park. And it gives you a nice map of where it's located. Okay. So we're going to hit that. And just go our spot 2 night. Bam, hit your spot 2 night, and that puts the campground at that location. Okay, so now we've got our campground situated, and looks like we've got 2 campgrounds situated. So we're going to get rid of that one. Okay. Well, somehow we got that selected, but we didn't really want to. So let's go back down and let's go back to my trip. and we'll select the next one down, and we're just going to pick one. High Trail RV Park, and we go back to my trip and continue down the road. Fort Collins Lakeside KOA. Those are always a pretty good bet. Okay. And then back to my trip. And we'll pick one here. Tower 64 Mobile Motel and RV Park. And then one last one. And we'll say Watson RV Park. All right, so now that we've got our park all situated, we'll go back up here, and we've got Yellowstone RV Park and Yellowstone Holiday. We're going to delete one, and that will take care of that. So now we only have the one park. So now that we've got this all situated, we are going to take a look at our route. Looks like we've got a couple of possible issues with vehicle restriction between Trinidad County and Livermore, Colorado. Sorry. So you want to pretty much try to figure out what's going on there. It doesn't really tell you. So what you can do is you can ask Jeannie. Okay. So let's see what she says. What's the vehicle restriction on my route? And we'll see what she says. She is the AI, so hopefully she'll be able to come up with something. She goes, I don't have information directly concerning vehicle restrictions. However, can assist you with recalculating route to avoid highways tolls. So not quite sure what's going on here, but she wasn't very helpful. Something else that I like. I like to display the gas stations on my route. So basically what you have to do that is you have to select a route and then go to point or a stop, go to point of interest, and you go to fuel. So you kind of scroll over and hit fuel, and I'm going to go Pilot and Loves and TA, and it has Buc-ee's too. Okay. All right. So, and it doesn't have any of those. I know there's a Love's right about here, so I'm not quite sure why it's not showing it. Let's go out to 40 miles. Give it a minute. Okay, so there's a Flying J right down there. Actually, that's a Pilot, and this is a Love's right here. Okay, so we can add that to our stop. And the only difference between this really right now and RV Trip Wizard is RV Trip Wizard tells me when I am going to run out of fuel, and this particular program does not. And let me show you what I mean by that. So RV Trip Wizard, if I center right here, yeah, let's see where we're at. Then first of all, you can see it's going to show you all of the fuel stops that you need. But I have a fuel stop selected right here, so it's not going to run me out of fuel. Everywhere I've gone, I've set up a fuel stop. This is our Petro fuel stop. We're going to be stopping there. So it will actually have a symbol to tell me when I'm going to run out of fuel. So let's see if we can center right there. And there it is right there. There's the, so I might be going a little far. So you can see right now that fuel warning, based on your trip settings, you will begin to tap into your fuel reserve. So RV Trip Wizard does this, Genie does not. The other thing that RV Trip Wizard does is you can see all of the hazards, and you can select one of the hazards to see exactly what's going on. So you've got low clearance on this particular bridge. Now, let me back that over here so you can see it. So what you can also see that RV Trip Wizard tells you where the hazards are, so you don't get underneath the bridge. If you get off the highway, you'll know when there's a hazard, because RV Trip Wizard has an app that you can use on your phone, and it works on CarPlay. I do not know yet if it works on Android Auto. I know they're working on it. The other option that you do have this with both programs, is downloading it to your Garmin through GPX. So for the Genie, you'd go over here to export, and you can export this to GPS. And you can do the same thing with RV Trip Wizard. So that's one of our first deals, is and I really think that Adventure Genie is a little new to the game, so I think they're still in the learning process. So I think once they have learned enough, and I think they're going to get better as time goes on. So hopefully we'll kind of check back with them to see how they're doing. But other than that, it really sets up a trip really nicely, and you can check your campgrounds. You can make reservations right on the site for any of the campgrounds that have the stop to night. But I'm a little concerned you have a possible issue with vehicle restriction between Trinidad, Colorado, and Livermore, Colorado. It doesn't tell you what that is. So unfortunately, I would have to hopefully turn this over to my Garmin, and it would be able to tell me, hey, you can't go this way. We're going to have to reroute you, which is great about the Garmin 890 RV. It will keep you out of trouble. And that's the main point with these RV trip planners, is keeping you out of trouble. That's why I like Trip Wizard so much, and because it does keep you out of trouble. So in comparing the two, right now I'm going to stay with Trip Wizard. While I have purchased a 7-day trial, I'm going to cancel it because I don't want to pay the $50, $49.99. Actually, I pay the $10 just to try it out. But I'm going to cancel it so I didn't have to pay the $39.99 the rest of it. Okay, well, that's it. That's my review of Adventure Genie. It's overall, it's an okay program. I think they need to learn a little bit more and develop it a little bit more before I'm going to move over to it. But you might like it. Leave me some comments. Check it out and try it, and leave me some comments about what you think. So that's it for now. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and leave some comments. So tell me what your thoughts are about RV trip planning. So do you use RV Trip Wizard, do you use Adventure Genie, or do you use Good Sam? Because Good Sam does have an RV trip planner out there as well. So, okay guys, we'll see you on the road.